I want it to be a story that gives people hope. By my spear, I vow to protect my allies and crush the hearts of the evil. I will absorb all of the tide spawning. Kill me and the calamity ends here.
Ovidius!
There's no time! Discord Slayer, I saw your past in the tide. I know what you seek to do. Take my power and finish it. That too is my wish.
I promise I will. Give me all your bitterness. We will make them pay.
Pathetic as he was, in his final moments, he outran his fate. Now, why greet our reunion with animosity? Before the tides of fate, we are all but players on a stage. A truly moving scene. A pitiful, dreary experience. And you can craft a man who exists in the minds of others. But to become truly real, that path was still far off. I merely gave him form, a mask of flesh and blood, fit to walk the world. In the end, the breath that could give him life was his alone. Oh, a being born of lies, grasping for meaning in a world that offers none. Such a pursuit demands the courage to question the meaning of one's existence, yes. It demands pain. Did you not see? I did. His intentions, his ambitions, his darkness, his weakness. To lay a soul bare is not always an act of cruelty. Humanity is fate's plaything. I simply showed them the strings. I lit the fire, the hunger that might ignite their free will. Through contradictions and conflicts, pain brings metamorphosis. Tragedy breeds transcendence. Only then may a soul rise beyond itself and touch the gates of immortality. Should you still insist on my cruelty? Well, high praise indeed. At the very least, it proves this story has stirred your pity and fervor. That alone earns you the right to read through to the final act. Go then, to Septimont. The curtain is drawing. There I shall rewrite Renacita's fate, with the dark tide as my ink. Will you suffer in silence beneath fate's poisoned arrows? Or rise to defy this world's endless trials? I too await your final answer.
You brought ruin to Renacita. You think you're just walking away?
My stage lies elsewhere. In this scene, I am but a herald. But since you're so eager, I'll leave you with one final clue. I've never had much fondness for overwrought dramatic irony. The dark tide has already tainted the civilization capsule. It no longer requires the Threnodians' authority to be opened. Just a single drop of the tide's nectar will suffice. So tell me, how could an existence born of the dark tide ever serve as its anchor of reality? Be forewarned. When dark waters recede, the truth beneath the surface shall come to light.
Is this the best the mighty gladiators of Septimont can offer? A grand finale deserves grandeur. How can such a dull act satisfy the audience? Oh, yes! Now this is a scene fit for the final act.
Blades do not discriminate. Leave. This one's mine.
Oh, has Huanglong fallen so low, they now send a blind man to die?
Prisoner Scar of Jinzhou. Surrender now. One strike is all it would take to end you. Surrender, and you may be spared pain.
Oh, in an epic play such as this, I refuse an early exit.
My orders were to bring you back, dead or alive. I never planned on bringing you back alive. Your head belongs to me.
You're too late, defender of Huanglong! Beneath the dark tide, it stirs once more! All hope will be swept away!
You talk too much. Behold this blade. Like bamboo. Your life is mine to take. Behold this blade.
All this time, your eyes fixed on the tide. Never once did you see the threat in the sky. Annihilation. Right on time!
I was your true target all along.
Indeed. Another stalemate awaiteth him. And you, the Revenant returned from the dark tide. You are the one chosen to end Leviathan in our script. I know the power you wield. Left unchecked, it unravels the fabric of our play. And so, I must still your steps here. Yet I confess, Galbrena, your growth hath far outstripped what I foresaw. How many tacit discords have you devoured to stand here now?
Huh. Do you count how many gemberries you've eaten in your life? For one with a lifespan like yours, surely you know more than most. So go on. Take a guess.
You risked all to save those who share no bond with you. To choose to protect is one thing, but to do so wielding power not born of mankind, that you should never have done. You must have felt it. The cold stares of those you saved. No gratitude. Only fear for that which they cannot understand.
So what? I chose this path, and I'll follow it.
Your frequency now intertwines with the tacit discords. The moment you crossed that threshold, the mortal world ceased to be your home. My offer still stands. Join the Fractsidus. You too have crossed the veil that parts life and death. Among us, you shall find haven and purpose.
Ever since I got these wings, I found freedom in the open sky. I don't need a haven or titles to cage me. I am what I choose to be.
Should you crave power, we shall grant it. Even that of the Threnodian. Should you seek to help, we shall guide mankind toward the future beyond all comprehension.
Sounds like something a hypocrite would say.
Mortal sight is too narrow to fathom our path.
So, you think you stand above humanity, huh? Whatever. I don't give a damn about you or your grand ideals. I only need one reason to take you down. You're in my way.
The tacit discords within you are gone. Now, tell me, what remains of you?
Enough of this crap. You hide behind borrowed faces. But me, I've never once doubted who I am. I've risen from blood and inferno 1,000 times. Faced the monsters that lined up to devour me, and fought back without mercy. I broke Harpia's razor wings and tore out Balor's demon eye. Not even Dalahan's iron hooves could bring me to my knees. The dark tide cursed me long ago. I should have been dead, but here I stand. And you think one of your clones can stop me?
Still clinging to hope. A sharp tongue may spark your courage, but it shall not change your end. And so be it. Forsake all hope of ever beholding paradise. I shall guide you to the other shore, into eternal darkness, into hell.
We're already there, Schwarzloch. This blood, it should be enough. My flames could never reach you before, but now it's time you pay for your actions. The hunt begins. May the flames light your way home.
We carry the Dark Tide's memories.
We command both light and shadow! Did you really think you could stand against us alone?
Steel yourself. Defy the prophecy. Rise above fate again. If the road ahead is dark, then let this soul
be the spark that lights the night.
well said.
You are not alone, because we are here with you. by the weight of humanity's hopes.
Abraxas! Why hast thou betrayed us?
It's time to absorb the dark tide.
I'll split the gem from its physical form.
Time to finish this.
Paths were never truly opposed. One day, they shall cross again. Remember this. We were once your wastelands.
Don't you? Still breaking me out right under Mingting's nose without setting off a single alarm. Delicious. Tell me, how did you come up with that little idea?
Let's just say it was inspired by the Somme Noire. Imagination, after all, remains humanity's sharpest blade.
As the dark tide spread and I was pulled in deeper, the mark of the dark tide you left in me allowed my frequency to merge with it.
Of course. And through Leviathan's power, I was able to read that frequency and depict you back into reality. Leviathan's power of assimilation blurs the line between imagination and existence, turning fiction into fact. But of course, none of it would have worked until Leviathan slipped the Sentinel's leash and reclaimed the reins of the Dark Tide.
It cost more time than I'd have liked, but everything unfolded exactly as you scripted. Such precision, such devotion. Bravo.
A trial, nothing less. Civilization's infancy must come to an end. So long as humanity remains cradled in the Sentinel's arms, it will never walk, let alone evolve. That is why I wrote this final act. And those who cannot transcend their limits and overcome their lesser natures will remain imprisoned by their own making. Well, such souls deserve no salvation.
No souls deserve salvation. Why even try? This world was born from chaos and exists in disorder. The only winning move is to be worse, wilder, to out-chaos the chaos. Every noble act of salvation only makes chaos hungrier. You want to destroy to save, but me? I want to save to destroy.
You sound disappointed in how the story ends.
Did I say that? Your stories have always been a treat. Screaming crowds drowning in despair, a world tearing at the seams. Every collapse, every unraveling. Chef's kiss. If they cannot overcome the pain, then let them fall straight into the ending I want. An eternity of chaos and suffering. That's why I chose to work with you, dear playwright. Speaking of which, quill bearer who toys with hearts, your sins weigh as heavy as mine. Tell me, where will your ending play out?
It has already been written into the script. But until I reach it, as long as breath remains in me, I will haunt the stage like a phantom. A reminder that one must always look forward. Sharpen thyself and temper thy soul.
Oh, Rover wasn't wrong about you. You really are a cruel, extreme man. Sometimes I think you might be even more insane than I am.
Insanity, reason, or something in between. All our choices born of free will, and only through free will can we defy the surging tides of fate. That is why we both seek to change it. For beneath such tides, no one is content to remain merely a humble servant.
You lost the gem I entrusted to you, Cristoforo.
Forgive me, but haven't we already seized what we truly desired? You see, even the beyond forged from Leviathan's power couldn't endure. It fell short of the perfection you long for. But if you wish to try again, I remain at your service.
Tell me, how much of it remains within you?
Not much, but enough to make use of.
I fulfilled my promise to complete your finale. Let this be the last note of our symphony.
As you wish. My sincerest gratitude for your wonderful performance, Lady Phrolova. May you find the strength to create the beyond you once envisioned.
If this world truly cannot change, perhaps I will seek a new path for myself.
Who'd have thought someone as stubborn as she would learn to adapt? But, Grand Architect, are you really going to let her walk off and do as she pleases?
Of all of us, you are the last one with any right to judge her for following her whims.
Judge? You wound me. I'm far more faithful to my indulgences than she ever was. No. I just want to tag along and add a few more flourishes to her symphony.
There are still greater matters that demand your attention. Though our roads diverge, our ideals remain as one. In the end, they all lead to the same place. Separation is but the prelude to possibility. All so that humanity may cross that final gateway into eternity. Our goals in Jinjo and Rinasita have been fulfilled. A Threnodian's resonator, an artificial Threnodian, and a second resonance awakening. We now possess both the knowledge and the means. Next, it is time we turn our gaze to our accomplishments in Lahai Roy.